So keep in mind that we are pretending. So we're pretending like Daniel is a 17-year-old about to turn 18, and this is one of his annual IEP meetings. All right. Daniel, how are you doing, buddy?
Good. You?
Good. And you brought your mom. Hi, Anna.
Hi, nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming today. So we've got your annual IEP, right?
Right.
We're going to go over some goals for you, and we're going to talk about, too, something really exciting that's about to happen because you're about to turn 18.
I'm nervous about that.
Don't worry. I'm going to go over, remember all that stuff I sent home last week?
Yes, I read everything, and I do have a few questions, so
Okay.
yeah, we're looking forward to this.
Good. So after we go over your goals, Daniel, and we create some goals for you, we're going to talk about the transfer of rights that are going to happen, and Mom will be able to answer some of those questions. All right. So, Daniel and Mom, if we look behind you, I've drawn some different kind of parts of your life, Daniel, because these are some pretty big parts of your life, don't you think?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we've got work. So I know you want to find a job, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So we're going to talk about what you want to do for work. We're going to talk about some independent living skills, and then we're going to talk about your social life. Does that sound good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So first off, we're going to start with work. So Daniel, what are your strengths, you think, when it comes to work? What are some things you're really great at?
Well, I like to organize.
Okay, so you've got organizing, and I would write that down.
Here's a
Oh, great. So you like to organize. What else do you like to do, Daniel?
I like working with the elderly.
Okay, so you like to work with the elderly. Oh, you know, our non-paid work site, you know how we go to Elder Day Stay? You do great there.
Why, thank you.
So we should really tap into that. So I'm going to write down elderly. What would you think if we set up a volunteer spot for you at the senior center?
So when can I start?
I love that enthusiasm in a student. So I would make a note. Let's make a note of that. So senior center. So we're going to have to give them a call because sometimes we can't just jump into a paid job, right?
Right.
We have to volunteer first. So let's think about doing that. What about independent living, Daniel? So what are some things you can do around the house?
I walk the dog. I take out the trash, and I even bring out my own laundry.
Oh, that's so helpful.
And I have a question at this point too. You know, I work late, and I'm not 100% certain that when Daniel's in the kitchen in the evening trying to make himself a meal, that it's a safe situation. So is there anywhere we could put in something about safety in the kitchen or cooking?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay. So Daniel, maybe you could bring in like some recipes you want to learn how to make, and we can go ahead and make that a goal.
That sounds great.
Okay, so I'm going to put kitchen safety and a cooking goal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to relieve some stress from you too, Mom.
Yes, and be sure to add cleaning up after cooking.
Okay, got it. Clean. Mom will appreciate that. And then, Daniel, I know you are a social butterfly. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you like to do things with friends. Tell me about that.
Well, I like to go to the movies.
Okay. All right. Anything else you like to do, or how do you get there?
Like, I may not have a ride to get me to the theater to make my friends there
Okay.
on time for the show.
So sometimes you don't have a ride. That would be a pretty big struggle then. What about, how would you feel about learning how to ride the city bus to the movie theater?
I can't wait.
Okay, good. So our wonderful teacher, Miss Hallett, she can navigate the Tallahassee city bus system like no other. So she is going to be helping you with that, and we're going to go ahead and put that as a goal, okay?
Sure.
Awesome. So I had some goals I already made for you, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and add these in too.
Good. And I have one other question related to social life as well, and really to all of these. You know, up to now, for the last 18 years or so, the school has been our sole source of everything, really. Services, social activities, field trips, of course, academics. And I'm a little nervous and trying to look ahead. Once he ages out of school, like, where do we now go to do all these things? How do we access, OT or speech? How do we figure out who's going to teach him how to ride the city bus or to add these new skills? So is that something that we would address in this process as well?
Oh, absolutely. That I was going to bring up. At every IEP, really, we're always checking. Daniel, I know you're on the APD wait list, correct?
I am.
Okay, so we're going to keep up with that status.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently learned that even people on the wait list can go ahead and benefit from some employment services.
Oh, that's
So
good
I'm going to
to
get
know.
you guys that information.
Okay.
And Daniel, we're going to check in with your VR counselor and see if maybe once we get that volunteer set up, we could work on an OJT through VR.
Sure.
And those VR and APD services will continue after he ages out of the school system.
That's good. So when he gets a job, then
Yep.
he will have support. I think it might be easier for me if when he does get a job, I'll just have his paycheck deposited into my account. And then I can give him, an allowance or buy what he needs.
Well, that's an interesting point to bring up. Well, you know what? I just had a young man that started working, and mom was gonna, she was just gonna help him open up a bank account just for him.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, and he gets it directly deposited, but mom did make sure that her name is on there as well.
Oh, that would be, okay. That
Just
would
in
be
case,
good.
but
Oh,
he'd have his own account, he'd have his own debit card, and then as long as, he says that's okay for you to help, then you can be there to help with the process.
would you let me help you?
Sure.
Oh, good. Okay, then that's definitely
Great.
a possibility there.
Awesome. All right, and I know you had mentioned about the doctor's office.
Yes, Daniel has had multiple medical issues, heart surgeries, spinal fusions, and I just want to be sure that I still can go in and take care of things for him.
Well, I'd say that, of course, you're still there. You are in his circle of support, right, Daniel?
Yes, ma'am, she is.
Yeah, you and your mom have a great relationship. So, yes, when Daniel turns 18, the doctor may say something like, Daniel, is it okay for your mom to be in here? Or, Daniel, is it okay to share information with your mom?
Mm-hmm.
And as long as he says that that's all right, you will continue to help as you've been doing so.
I saw in the material that you sent home the term healthcare surrogate, and I
Yes.
saw power of attorney. If I have those designations for myself, do I still need to be a guardian for Daniel?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do not. Guardianship, you want to think of it as the last resort.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of times, sometimes we hear guardianship and we think, oh, well, our son or daughter's turning 18, I might need to do that. But that's why I sent those fact sheets home, because there's other options.
Good.
And I know medical and health are a big concern.
Yes.
So then that would be a much better, safer option for you guys.
Good. Sounds simpler, too.
Yeah, much simpler and cheaper.
Oh, even better.
Great. All right. Well, I was going to ask you guys, we've done Daniel's IEP. I know that we're going to continue keeping an eye on those services. And another thing I was going to tell you guys is aging out of the school system can be really scary. I would recommend finding some activities that don't have an age limit.
Yes.
Think about things that you like to do. Special Olympics. You will never age out of Special Olympics.
No, just keep on playing.
Keep
Yeah,
on
just
playing.
Keep on playing. And then I think weren't you thinking about signing up for karate?
Yes, yes, I was. Like the Special Olympics, it don't age out of the martial arts.
Yeah, you never age out of martial arts. So we're good. So I would continue to look for activities like that and continue talking to other parents and seeing what's out there.
I just heard about a summer camp for adults with special needs, and you wouldn't age out of that either. So those are some good ideas. Thank you.
Great. Perfect. Well, as long as everything's great, I'll amend your IEP. I'll add in those goals really quick, and then we'll sign it, and we'll be good to go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.